Hey guys, it's King Derp here, back with some more quality content, and the new update just dropped. It came out on April Fool's Day, which is, kind of funny, because no one really expected the monsters to come out on that day. They actually did prank people, saying that the monsters were out, and that you had a chance to win them, but it was just a prank. And we thought that was it, but no, they released the monster, so I want to tell you everything you need to know about Kong Godzilla. Alright, let's just get into it. So, Kong is a cheap monster, and he's pretty underwhelming, I'm gonna be honest. Godzilla is too, but not as much, and, I'll cover more about him in a second. By the way, in the game, his name is not Kong, it's, Monkey, which is... I don't know. I mean, they're trying to be memey and hip with the kids these days, so that's what they name him. But overall, Monkey, is pretty, not bad, but he's, again, underwhelming. His damage is actually less than the normal amount for legendary monsters. The normal amount is 9 billion. He does 7.5, which is not like off by that much, but I mean, it doesn't help the fact that, he has a very slow attack speed. He's the only legendary monster that has very slow attack speed. And his range it's okay, but it doesn't help since his attack speed, and damage isn't that good. So, he just has too many things affecting him, that make him a lot worse than, what we were expecting. So I would recommend pairing with like a Speedy, maybe a Mighty. That seems to help. He can solo pretty well, better than Infernus. And I also want to mention one thing, someone brought this up to me, is that Rocky's damage, who I consider to be one of the worst one of the worst monsters in the game, is only slightly less than Monkey's, which is pretty pathetic, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I put him at a higher rank than he deserves, but because of how good he is at soloing when you have like Speedy and Mighty, I know it's a little unfair to give him those, give him those extra benefits, but I mean, it's not like you can't give him Speedy and Mighty. I would say he's okay. He's just okay. There's no real reason to use him over like Slime King or Felina or any of the Archangels. So yeah, he's just okay. Next we have, what's his name? Linzard, as he's known in the game, who is obviously a reference to Godzilla. And Linzard is also underwhelming. I don't know why they are making all these weak legendaries now. But yeah, his damage is 18 billion at level 500. I mean, that's like only slightly more than Slime King, and it's less than the amount of damage we've been getting with the more recent updates. Like Kevin's is 85 billion, Felina's is 37 billion, and you get Linzard damage is only 18 billion. I just don't understand what the point of him is. Plus, he's expensive, which is just completely... He did not need to be expensive. His main attack it's good enough. I mean, he does a lot of splash damage. It hits like in this big area. Again, the problem is he's expensive and his damage is pretty bad, so, I mean, there's really no reason to actually upgrade him besides, just because of the update hype. Like, I mean, I'm still upgrading him, but, don't upgrade him because you think he's good, because he's not. It's not worth it. And, yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with him, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, special. So, his special's kind of weird, because it freezes enemies. I don't know where they got that from. Godzilla does not. I know it's not Godzilla, but it's what he's based off of. Godzilla does not freeze enemies with his laser. His laser is unreliable. It's super slow. It only does double damage. It doesn't do like 1,000,000% damage like I was hoping it would. It does double, which is like standard for every special. And it freezes like a couple enemies. It doesn't permasaw, nothing like that. He's kind of like a Cronus if you think about it, where he does a lot of splash damage, but is super expensive. He's better than Cronus, but I mean, he does a lot of splash damage, and his special doesn't really do much. But his main attack is really the only thing that is good about him. His attack speed is medium, which is, I mean, it's okay. I mean, no one is really excited that he has medium attack speed. That's just like standard at this point. So really it's just his main attack, which is, it's good enough. It just doesn't scale to like harder game modes, and even if you level him up enough, he's pretty useless. So I put him below Crispy just because Crispy is better in my opinion, and I think he does like 5 times the amount, no, not 5 times, he does like 3 times the amount of damage as him. I don't know it for a fact, I'm just making that up. He is better than Darkwing though, even though Darkwing does more damage just because his main attack is so good. Well, not so good, but in theory, he is pretty good because it covers a lot of area, and he attacks pretty fast. So that's my rankings of the new monsters. Overall, these are pretty weak. They're nowhere near as good as the Archangels or Felina, and I don't know, maybe if these monsters came out early when the game first came out, then I'd be like, okay. But they don't feel like they're legendaries. Besides the way they look, there's nothing legendary about them, right? I mean, Monkey's damage is less than legendaries. He could be a what's it called, super rare monster, honestly. And Linzard should not be expensive. If he wasn't expensive, oh, he'd be so much better. He'd be like at least A tier. But when they make him expensive, it just kind of gets rid of the whole point of upgrading a damage, monster that his damage isn't even good. I don't understand what they were thinking. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe they felt the game was already broken enough. I'd rather see more broken monsters. Honestly, it's more fun, but whatever. Alright, so anyway, that's my video. It's a shame that these monsters couldn't be any better than they are. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to press that like button, hit subscribe, do all that good stuff. We're close to 100 subs, by the way. Can we get 100 subs by the end of, I don't know, April? May, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. And so, yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, please dislike this video. Actually, don't please dislike it, but if you feel like it wasn't up to your standards, then I will allow you to hit that dislike button. But yeah, see you guys later.